After an unexplained shootout outside, customers at a bar in Madrid find themselves trapped inside the establishment. There, fear grows and secrets emerge, making them fight for survival. Some of the characters are shown before entering the bar, including Elena, the only young woman who arrives at the bar because she can't find her hotel and loses her cell phone signal. Shortly after ordering a coffee, an elderly man enters the bar, coughing and heading to the bathroom. Two more characters enter, a laborer and a homeless man named Israel, who arrives speaking loudly, complaining about everyone and everything, and an elderly woman named Trini, who is addicted to the slot machines inside the bar. Amparo, the bar owner, explains to some that Trini is always there because her husband works all day and she's left alone. Israel approaches Elena, touches her without her consent, and shows some papers, changing the subject. Shortly after that, Sergio enters the bar asking for a café con leche, and at that moment, behind him, at the bar's door, someone gets shot. Everyone rushes to the glass door of the bar to see what happened. The man was eliminated without explanation. Everyone witnesses it up front, without opening the bar's door. They soon realize that the street becomes empty within seconds. They question what is happening and continue without opening the bar's door or offering help or seeing what is happening outside. Then, the laborer decides to go help the wounded man, as everyone saw that he was moving, but in touching the man, he too is shot. Everyone goes into shock at that moment, crouching and hiding inside the bar for fear of being hit. Now there are two individuals eliminated in front of the bar. Some time passes before Israel decides to leave the bar, but he is stopped by Amparo, who tries to get him to stay and eat. Everyone decides to turn on the TV in search of any news about what happened, but no channel shows the incident. Trini notices that the two people who were in front of the bar are no longer there. Everyone is left wondering what happened, as they couldn't have noticed while they were arguing. Elena wonders why the police haven't entered the bar yet, worried about everyone's safety. Soon, everyone starts creating plausible stories. And a guy named Nacho is suspected of hiding a backpack. Soon, everyone is concerned about what might be inside, and they pressure him. Elena decides to help, as she had a vague conversation with him after the incident. She takes the hard drive and destroys it, clearing Nacho of suspicions. Nacho, in turn, decides to be suspicious of a briefcase belonging to a man named Sergio, creating a new confusion among the group. Tensions rise to a point where one of them asks Sergio to open the briefcase. With everyone's distrust, Israel manages to grab the briefcase and runs to the bar's entrance. The owner of the briefcase, Sergio, says he can open it. Israel makes everyone nervous by trying to open it, but once opened above everyone, it contains only used underwear for Sergio's work. Some knocks are heard on the bathroom door, and everyone immediately remembers the man who entered coughing and went straight to the bathroom. The armed man opens the bathroom door, breaking the latch, and everyone notices the completely abnormal state of the man. He is still alive, with his head in the toilet and lying on the floor. Elena helps him, asking if he needs assistance, and she notices a syringe next to him, while she helps the sick man in the bathroom. Everyone sees a van arriving in front of the bar. Men in contamination protection suits get out and set fire to tires at the spot where they had cleaned. The smoke rising from the burning passes on the TV, and soon everyone realizes that the news on TV is just a distraction, a facade for what is really happening on site. The man from the bathroom manages to get up and walks toward the others as if asking for help, and, without strength, he falls in front of everyone. Some try to help him and touch him to get a reaction, but before he passes away, he manages to tell everyone not to touch him. Everyone notices that the dead man has a still-on cell phone, and from his profile picture, he appears to be a captain judging by his insignia. Furthermore, the photos in the gallery show the man involved in similar cases in Africa. The group then realizes that everything that's happening outside could soon happen inside the bar, and everyone will be considered infected and will need to be eliminated before the news reaches the media. It's just a matter of time before this happens. Amparo, the bar owner, says it would be necessary to separate those who touched the corpse. Only 3 people didn't touch it. The 5 who did are reluctant and are forced by the one man with a gun to go down to the bar's attic and take the corpse with them. Downstairs, where the bar stores its beverages, it's quite unsanitary. They realize there's a small drain that leads to the sewer. Everyone starts speculating if someone could go through it, but only Israel dares to try. He undresses and begins to apply detergent all over his body to help him slide through the narrow hole. Everyone makes a great effort to help Israel get through, but he gets stuck. Just when Israel gets stuck, they hear gunshots and fall silent to try to understand what's happening. But then something else happens. The communication door starts to catch fire. They are burning everything after eliminating the 3 who were upstairs in the bar. Everyone then makes an effort to get Israel out of the hole, and they succeed. Later, they manage to open the door that provides access to the bar to see what happened upstairs. Nacho is the first to go up and discovers that everything has been destroyed. He finds a gun and sets it aside. Everyone realizes they are trapped without being able to leave that isolated area. Before going back down, they find the infected military man's cell phone that was vibrating due to a call, but they don't answer. In the bar's basement, they begin to read the text messages and conversations related to the captain's infection and the alleged 4 vaccines he had. Soon, Alina remembers the syringe she saw when she tried to help him in the bathroom. They begin searching on the captain, and Israel finds one in the bathroom and injects it. Nacho becomes furious, as there are only 4 of them and they are 5, so he pulls out the gun he found, and in the heat of the moment, they start fighting. Israel manages to knock down Nacho, injuring him. During the fight, the vaccines fall to the lower floor, and Trini goes to get the vaccines, but due to her burned hands from trying to open the basement during the fire, she drops them down the drain. There's only one way to go down the drain, and only the thinnest person could fit. Alina has to go down. She covers herself completely with detergent, struggles hard to try to pass, scratching her whole body, but manages to go through, falling into the sewer waters after everyone helps her. Alina takes the remaining 3 vaccines and tells the others that she won't inject them, but that they all have to go down to retrieve them. They start trying to open the hole to get through, while Alina hides the vaccines in a place far from where she descended. While hiding the vaccines, she finds a manhole that gives a view of the street in front of the bar and realizes that the area is isolated, with 3 corpses being disinfected right in front of her. She becomes terrified, unable to do anything, and returns to the sewer. The other 4 manage to open the hole and pass through it to reach the sewer. Nacho and Israel start fighting in the water, and there's a shot underwater. Only Nacho emerges with a gun in his hand, implying that Israel didn't survive. Nacho says the shot was fired by Israel and that he disappeared in the water but managed to grab the gun. Nacho knows he has to eliminate one of them, so he points the gun at the heads of the other 2, but he doesn't have the courage to finish. Trina then takes the gun and goes to another spot in the sewer, and everyone hears a shot. Now there are only 3 vaccines for 3 people, so Alina goes to get the vaccines. At that moment, Israel reappears with a piece of iron pipe, ready to strike at everyone. He eliminates a man who works at the bar, surprising him. Then he chases Nacho and Alina, and they both hide in the water. While trying to find the 2, Israel informs them that he has eliminated Trini and is injured. The 2 flee through the sewer and manage to distance themselves, finding a manhole exit that takes them far away from the isolated area of the bar. Israel manages to drag Nacho, who dies in the fall with him. Alina is the only one to survive, injecting herself with the vaccine and emerging from the manhole in the middle of the crowd. The movie summary ends here. Don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, liking the video, or choosing from these other videos to continue here. See you next time.